All right, guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to go over how I'm averaging 20 plus headshots per game, guys. I'm averaging over 20 headshots a game. I don't have the actual statistics, but during this camo grind, it's made it a ton easier for me as I found out these little tips and tricks. This is always also going to be kind of double as a settings video, so if you don't care about my settings, you can kind of skip to the gameplay where I'm actively going to be talking you through kind of what I'm thinking as I'm moving through the map to get as many headshots as possible. But the first thing is, guys, you want to have an optic on. That it's gonna make sense later on in the video. I'm gonna explain it more in detail. You definitely want to have an optic on your weapon. So that's the first thing. The second thing is you're gonna want to run 3 blue perks. If you want to do perk greed, you can do that, but just make sure you get this recon specialty. You're gonna want to be able to have the walls for like whatever it is, a second or two as you spawn, so you know where the opponents are. And a lot of times, especially on like stakeout, which we're going to be playing in today's video, you can kind of see them and you can kind of line up a headshot before they even come around the corner. It's very broken. It's very OP. Definitely take advantage of it before it gets nerfed. I'm thinking that it's going to get nerfed. It'll probably just turn into like high alert, and you know, I don't know if they're going to keep the walls thing, but so definitely take advantage of it before it gets nerfed, guys, and use it for the camo grinding process. This 2x'd my average. I think before I started running recon, I was getting an average about 10 headshots a game, 10 plus, you know, 10 to 14. And now I'm getting anywhere from like, you know, I'm probably averaging anywhere from 20 to 24, I would say. You know, some games I have a little bit less than 20. Some games I have, you know, more than 40. So that's the thing. And it's just, this is such a broken ability. Definitely have to be running that. I cannot stress it enough. Run the recon specialty, guys. Run it, run it, run it. Okay. So now that we've set up our class, before we get into the gameplay, like I said, I'm going to go over my full settings breakdown just so that you know how I'm aiming the way I am. So I'm going to be on controller. I do run 8/8 sense. All of these are default. Controller vibration, you can turn it off. I've just always kept it on. It doesn't matter. Dead zones, I have mine 80, 90. To get this rotational aim assist, it makes it very easy. That just what works for me on the left stick and right stick max. So the left stick min, all the minimums and the triggers, I put that down to 0. You want it as sensitive as possible, okay? The minimums and the triggers you want to put down to 0, except for the right stick min. I don't really like stick drift. You can also do that, but I think of it like this. If my stick is drifting, like, say it's up and to the right, and I'm perfectly aligned on the guys where a guy's head's going to be, I'm centered, and he comes around the corner and it drifts just up a little bit, plus recoil, and I miss by just that much, I don't really want right stick drift. I like to take advantage of the rotational aim assist, but I want to be as precise and accurate as possible with my right stick. So how do we do that? We turn on test stick dead zone. You kind of put it in all 4 directions, and you make sure that it says 0 zeros as you let it go. See how I'm letting it go in all of the directions. You want it to say 0 0 as you let it go. You just keep knocking it down until you get it to 0 0 on the X and Y axis. That's how you find your dead zone. You put it to that as low as it can go without kind of, see, I'll give you an example. I'll put it down to 0, and then I'll do this and see how it stays at -2. That means there's stick drift. That means I have to do it at least at 2. You know, at least at 2, but I believe I tested it before, and it's 3. So yeah, you can see it now. It's 0%, guys. So I don't like stick drift, so that's what I do to mitigate my stick drift. Dead zone inputs are important for that. Okay, so then we go into aiming, sensitivity multiplier. That is all standard. Aiming advanced. Wow. That should be on dynamic, guys. I have been running standard, so the gameplays you've been seeing has been on standard, but that should be on dynamic. Wow, I can't believe I missed that. Okay. Well, I will recommend putting that on dynamic, but I was running on standard. You know what? Since I did miss that, we'll go over that. Yeah. Basically, you can read it yourself. I like dynamic better. It's for more experienced players, but if you want to, you know, have a little bit more of the handicap and less help with the S curve, I like the dynamic because I'm really good at controlling my recoil vertically and stuff like that, but it's harder with the S curve. So if you want help with that S curve, definitely put on dynamic. S curve is basically when you shoot, the recoil does this instead of just going straight up. A lot of guns have that in a recoil pattern, or it'll go up and to the left and then up and to the right, or up and to the right and then up and to the left. I should say dynamic helps with that. So I can't believe I hadn't put that on yet. Thank you for asking for a settings video, so I was able to find that. Sprint assist, guys. Sprint assist delay 0. Sprint assist sideways on. Sprint assist backwards on. And tactical sprint assist. Put it on tactical sprint assist. That will make you the fastest possible. Mantle assist, you're going to put that on off. Sideways off, off. Everything off, right? You want to put that on tight. Basically, what we're trying to avoid with mantling is we're trying to avoid having sticky mantles. And it's just, it's so it breaks up your momentum flow, movement flow. It's terrible, guys. Crouch assist, I have turned off. Corner slicing, I kept on. I actually like it. You kind of corner peek a little bit. Slide dive behavior, I put it on hybrid. So basically, you have to click, because I use tactical sprint assist. I don't have to click this into sprint. Basically, what I use this to click in for is if I want to dive. So I click this in and then press B to dive. Or I don't click it in, I press B to slide. So that's why I run hybrid. Auto door peek off, automatic airborne mantle off. Again, mantling. Sprint restored on, definitely. Slide, maintain sprint, definitely on. Parachute, automatic behavior. Guys, don't ever run this on. I don't care if you're a noob or a pro. Never have that on. Get used to pulling your parachute manually. Turn it off, guys, because you're going to get fried out of the air when Warzone drops if you do. Mantle cancels reload on. I just left that on, I guess. I don't know if that's important. Tactical sprint activation, I don't think that's important because I have auto tac sprint on. I don't think this stuff is important. Vehicle advanced settings, I don't think that this stuff is that important, but there it is. Combat, hold, ADS and melee for weapon mount. I like that better than double tap ADS because sometimes I do like kind of double tap ADS to kind of hip fire, but like not hip fire, like a semi hip fire, if that makes sense. And if you're next to cover while doing that, you'll just mantle onto that. It'll mess up your movement flow. It's trash. Our play behavior, apply all, of course. Yep, these are these other settings. I mean, that's just not really that important. And so those are all the settings, guys. I will be starting with my Tonto today because I needed to finish the Red Tiger. I finished it in the gameplay, and then I'll start my Jackal PDW. Just have my SMGs left for gold, and then I can start doing diamonds. So I'm super excited for that, guys. I will see you in the gameplay as I explain exactly how I go about getting over 20 headshots, or how I go about averaging over 20 headshots a game. So that being said, guys, let's get straight into the gameplay. I'll see you in there. Here we are in the gameplay. I'm going to talk over my mindset behind getting 20 plus headshots every single game on average.
Stay on task.
So the first thing you want to do is you always want to come into the spawn like that immediately off the rip in games, because a lot of the times there will be players who are still picking their loadout or accidentally stayed in the game and they walked away from their system, stuff like that. So you can get free headshots off the rip easily with that. You could see I killed one. I accidentally didn't get the headshot, but I was able to find an AFK player at the beginning of the game. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, so like that kind of messes up what I'm about to talk about, and that's centering. So guys, obviously while you're training your centering, you normally want your centering to be about mid-level right here. You want it to be like right in their chest, right? But oops, you want it to be like right in their chest. You want to center in their chest like this. See how I'm following them? Center to my chest. That way when you come around the corner, you can easily kill, right? Because chest is like the best damage area plus the biggest hitbox. You're probably not going to miss as easy as the head. But for headshots, you want to raise your centering. You want to be walking around corners like this. And also all throughout the game, yeah, there's a headshot. All throughout the game, what I'm doing is I'm basically walking through, like, especially on Stakeout, you can just do this through the whole map. It's a different map. You kind of want to sprint to areas with cover and then than ADS around corners. But basically, you want to get into hardcore, and ideally, you want to be on a small map like this. Unless you're doing snipers, that's a whole other thing. And you want to just kind of walk around and strafe around corners that you think enemies are going to pop up. Like, that is so unfortunate. But the whole point of this is, as soon as they pop up, you kind of let your aim assist take over. So you always got to keep moving your feet. You want that rotational aim assist, so you got to be moving. Man, I need to focus up. I'm not going to hit my 20 this game. Jeez, if I keep freaking talking so much, don't get these headshots. But that should have been a headshot. What the heck? Yeah, so anyway, you want your rotational aim assist to kick in. Get a bunch of easy headshots around the corner. I only need 15 this game with this Tanto before it's 100. I'll switch to my next SMG. But yeah, you want to let that aim assist help you out. And then like that, see right there, that's a good example. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get the headshot. But basically what I do when the aim assist, there was 3 in a row right there. When the aim assist doesn't give you it off rip, you just hold the trigger down, right? Oops, sorry, teammate. You just hold the trigger down and kind of draw it across their face. One of the bullets is going to hit their face, and if it's close quarters, but that's why you want to be ADS'd immediately. Okay, I'm sure in the intro I already went over having recon on. I feel like that's an AFK player. I already went over having recon activated, which basically, as you can see, it kind of gives you walls as soon as the game starts. I just got my 100th headshot. So that means we have 15 so far in this game. Also, put an optic on, guys. I know a lot of people... There are some people who will say don't put an optic on. Definitely put an optic on. That way, when you are doing this method, you can see underneath, see if you need to aim down a little bit, right? The head is a very small area. And if you're centering to their head, you're going to want to be able to see underneath so that you can know if you need to just do micro corrections, right? So that's 16. So unfortunately, you know, certain game modes, you're not going to get the 20, but it's an average, you know? So if I got domination there, I'm most likely getting 30 against that lobby. In certain lobbies, you could end up getting 40. So much, so forth. My highest is 41. I think I've gotten 40 twice, but I am averaging over 20 headshots a game. So yeah, guys, just talking through kind of the mindset in the gameplay. That's what you want to do. That's how you go about it. I'm sure in the intro it explains how to, you know, kind of set up your class for it. But I went into that a little bit. I went into that a little bit, I will say. Let's just leave the lobby and I'll recap, guys. So you want to have a reticle on. You want to center to their head. You want to check for AFK players. You want to play hardcore, and you want to play small maps. So mosh pit. If it's snipers, it's a little bit different. You can still play stakeout if it's snipers, but that's a different strategy. If you want a video going over how to get the snipers gold, definitely let me know in the comments, because I have done that as well. I've gotten all them gold as well. But yes, blue perks, guys. You want that recon ability. You want that recon ability. That's basically it in the pregame. You want 3 blue perks to get that recon ability so you can see through the walls. And a lot of times, if you spawn on that stakeout map, you can see them as they're passing through. And then you can get an easy headshot. And you kind of just drag it across their head and just kind of spray, you know, spray. And one of them is going to hit. And yeah, so guys, that's going to do it for today's video. That's how you can average 20 headshots a game. And I'm going to go ahead and, you know, if you want to see more high headshot kill gameplays, I do have them. So you let me know. But that was just me trying to kind of explain my process. Like, that was a bad game, guys, for headshots. And we got 16. So that just goes to show you, if a bad game we get 16, I mean, just imagine we're getting 20 plus easily on other games. And you can see that in the thumbnail. You can see that on my other video where I dropped a 41 headshot game. But this one, I wanted to go more into detail on kind of how my process behind how I go about getting those headshots to streamline the camo grinding process. So anyway, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. I will see you in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe, do your thing. Yeah, I will see you in the next one. But until then, peace.